All right, so what we have here is a literal equation. That's an equation with more than one variable in it. And they're asking us to solve this in terms of p. And let me start off by saying these literal equations, rearranging them, is one of the tougher things to teach. And it's something that some students get it really easily and some students have a really difficult time. In a lot of ways, it's like solving a regular equation, but there are a few differences. And the more you practice them, the more comfortable you'll become with those differences. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite the equation. So I have L equals R times P minus 2 in parentheses. And so they want us to solve it in terms of P. So our answer is going to be P equals. And if you look at the answer choices, you can see that's how they're all set up as P equals. So I need to isolate this P. I need to get it by itself, which means I need to get the R on the other side and I need to get this 2 on the other side. All right. So there's here's one of those differences I was talking about. If this was an equation, just a regular equation, not a literal equation with just one variable, the first thing that you would do is you would distribute. And you can do that, but typically when you're working with a literal equation, that's going to cause you more work. So without distributing, I can do everything I need to do. And the first thing I'm going to do is move the r to the other side, which again is different because when you're solving an equation, typically you do the adding or subtracting first. Now, if I was to distribute, that would be true, but it would add more work. So what I'm going to do to get rid of the r is I'm going to divide both sides by r. So let's do that. So I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by r. Remember, you can do whatever you want to an equation as long as you do it on both sides. And so that cancels out by r because r over r is just 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. And so now I have L divided by r is equal to p minus 2. And now I just want to get rid of the 2. And to get rid of the 2, I see minus 2, so I'm going to do the opposite and add 2. So I add 2 on both sides. This cancels out. And then L divided by R plus 2, I'm just going to write that. I'm just going to write L divided by R plus 2. I'm going to swap this around. I'm going to put the P on the left side. And so then I have L divided by R plus 2, and that's your answer. And again, the way you know when you're finished is when you have the variable isolated that they're asking you to write the answer in terms of. So P equals L over R plus 2, so that's answer A. Again, these are tough, and my students really struggle with these, but the more you practice them, the easier they will get. I will give you that advice. So keep working hard, and you will master the math.